What if you thought of your entire life, every single choice, big or small, as one single path you're walking? Well, that's the core idea in a really fascinating 1974 speech by Sun Myung Moon. He uses this one powerful metaphor, the way, to build out an entire philosophy. So today, we're going to walk that path together and see exactly where it leads. I mean, this is the question we all face, right? You're standing at a crossroads, you see all these potential futures stretching out in front of you. How in the world do you know which one is the right one? Sun Myung Moon's speech doesn't just ask this question, it uses it as a launch pad for a very specific and, you'll see, a very challenging answer. And right away, the stakes get raised. This isn't just about finding a path that's comfortable or easy. The philosophy here frames this as a critical moral choice. There are true ways and there are false ways, and your most important job in life is learning how to tell the difference. So what is the way exactly? Are we talking about a literal road? Not at all. The speech immediately takes this idea of a road and blows it up into something much, much bigger, a metaphor for our entire journey through life. And just look how quickly this concept expands. As you can see, the way isn't just about your personal journey. No, it's a whole series of interconnected paths. The path of your duty as a child, your loyalty as a citizen, and they all feed into this one grand, ultimate path for all of humankind. It's this all-encompassing line that connects our messy present to a single, unified goal. Okay, so if we have to choose between true paths and false paths, the million-dollar question is, how? How do you actually tell them apart? Well, the speech gives a very clear and, honestly, a pretty surprising set of signs to look for. And here's the central paradox of the whole thing. The way to destruction, it looks great. It starts out wide, well-paved, everyone's having a good time. But the catch is, it's a funnel. It just gets narrower and steeper until you're completely trapped. The true path, the way to heaven, is the exact opposite. The beginning is brutal. It's narrow, it's bumpy, it's uphill all the way. The promise, though, is that if you can just endure that beginning, the path will open up into something wide and smooth. And to really drive this point home, Moon anchors it in this powerful, very well-known biblical quote. The message gets hammered in again and again. The true gate is narrow, the way is hard, and crucially, those who find it are few. The idea here is that this isn't a path for everybody. Its difficulty is what makes it both exclusive and true. So if you follow this logic, this becomes the ultimate test of wisdom. Can you look at that rough, bumpy, awful-looking path and see not the pain you're in right now, but the promise of what's to come? A wise person, the speech argues, doesn't just put up with the hardship. They actively choose it because they're playing the long game. And this leads us to a really radical conclusion. It's not just about accepting difficulty when it comes your way. The philosophy here is to actively seek out the hardest possible road you can find. The logic is simple and pretty extreme. If difficulty is the sign of the true way, then the most difficult way must be the most true way. And believe me, difficult is an understatement. Their followers, the speech lays out this staggering list of demands. We're talking about total self-denial, being prepared to literally die for the cause, taking on the massive task of uniting all of Christianity, and doing it all on basically no sleep or rest. This isn't just a path, it's a crucible designed to test you to your absolute limit. But facing a path that demanding would probably crush most people. So how is it even possible? This is where the speech makes a crucial pivot. It argues that at the end of the day, it's not about the path itself. It's about your attitude while you walk it. Your internal mindset, it turns out, is everything. And this is such a powerful psychological insight, isn't it? I mean, think about it. Running a marathon is brutal, but if you choose to do it, it can feel amazing. But being forced to walk a mile you don't want to walk can feel like absolute torture. The argument here is that your attitude is a kind of alchemy. It can transform a path of stones into a path of gold, or the other way around. So, how is this new attitude created? Well, it happens through one of the speech's most intense metaphors. As the quote says, Moon casts himself as the blacksmith. The follower is the raw piece of iron. And the process of spiritual growth isn't gentle. It's a relentless, painful beating designed to hammer you into something completely new. So let's break down that forging process. Step 1, you have to completely deny yourself, erase who you were. Step 2, you have to become liquid, like molten steel, losing all your old structure and becoming totally malleable. Only then, in that state, can you be hammered into a new form. And the goal isn't just a little self-improvement, it's total transformation into a new being, a flaming sword, forged for a divine purpose. Okay, so just when you think you finally understand the metaphor, it shifts in this huge, profound way. The ultimate mission, it turns out, isn't just to walk this difficult path, it's to build it. And the scale of this construction project is biblical. We're talking about tearing down mountains and filling in valleys to create this highway to heaven. The materials required are, first, your unquestioning obedience, but then comes the most shocking part. The highway isn't paved with concrete or asphalt. It's paved with you. The follower is asked to literally become the soil that fills the valleys for generations to come. And this quote right here, this is the heart of the entire speech. It completely flips the script on what it means to be a follower. You are not the hero of your own story, walking the path to your own salvation. You are the construction crew. Your purpose isn't to reach the destination yourself, but to sacrifice everything so that one day countless others can. And what's the ultimate goal of all this back-breaking construction? It's nothing less than building the kingdom of heaven right here on earth. The whole purpose of all this sacrifice is to pave a literal superhighway that the rest of humanity can travel on to return to God. Which leaves us with this final, really powerful question to think about. What is the link between such an intense level of personal sacrifice and this grand idea of collective salvation? Is the suffering of the few truly the price for the redemption of the many? It's a profound and challenging idea at the very core of the way.